Hi, I'm Keith Allen, and I play Murphy on Z Nation, and I listen to One Up Gaming Podcast.
Hi, I'm Lucy James, and I listen to the One Up Gaming Podcast.
Hi, my name is Justin. I'm the developer of Per Rocket, an iOS space game with cats, and I listen to the One Up Gaming Podcast. You can find a link to download my game at facebook.com/perrocket.
Welcome to our podcast. We've got a lot to say about all the latest games you're gonna wanna play. We'll tell you what's on Xbox, PS3, PC, and more. We'll chat about some random stuff till you're rolling on the floor. This is One Up Gaming. Sit back and grab a drink. It's time to give a listen to what we have to think.
And we're back. It's One Up Gaming. It's me, David, and it's Brian.
Hey guys, what's up?
I bet they're just saying not a lot. But anyway, episode 246 of the One Up Gaming podcast. Just going to be a quick, well, I say quick. I always say that and we always end up talking nonsense for about an hour.
Yeah, well today I've decided to not go off the line because there's a lot to talk about. I don't have many games to talk about. As usual, have you noticed, I did promise you guys on Facebook that you'd be getting some reviews from me, but I haven't popped them out yet because I'm still in the process of trying to play them and actually give an honest review. Hey, tomorrow Last of Us 2 drops.
Yeah,
I don't know how many people are excited.
I think everyone knows what's going to happen in that because of all the leaks and stuff.
Well, there is the fact of the matter that, what was it, the fact that they said do not believe the reviews until you actually play the game yourself because of the fact that they're going to be killing off several people.
But also,
that people love.
It's like, have you seen the embargo sort of stuff that Sony sent out? It's like you can't talk about
you can
loads
only talk about
of
the
stuff.
first half of the game.
Oh no!
You can't talk about the second half of the game.
There is so much more than that. It's amazing how
I know they
detailed.
said there's no multiplayer.
But yeah, but
they did say there's no multiplayer.
It's gonna be a good game, but I don't know. It's not really my sort of game.
Well, I'll be sending out a review hopefully next week if GameFly actually gets me my copy that they're supposed to get me tomorrow. Because I have an extra game empty in my queue specifically for that reason, so I can play it, give a review, toss it out there, and then say I've played it and beaten it. I'm done.
Yeah.
Because if there's no multiplayer, I'm not paying $60 for a game that's only going to take me, 20 to 25 hours to beat, and then I'm done. It's no fun in that. That's not an investment to me. An investment is Skyrim style, where you pay $60 for a game that takes at least 60 hours to beat, or at least give me 40, guys. Give me 40 hours, not 20 to 25. I don't care how popular the game is. I will skip that one from buying it and just rent it instead until I can honestly give a good review for it.
I don't know. I'm weird. I used to love. I think it was like the early 360 sort of games where it literally was about a 5 to 6 hour story mode. I used to love those sort of games because I could just sit there and play the whole thing and then not worry about it again.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you're paying for the game too. At least that's my view, because if it's a game like what I've been playing recently, I got my girlfriend into Destiny 2. She's trying it out for the first time because of the fact that it's made by Bungie, and Bungie made the Halo series.
Yep.
And her and I have been kicking ass on Halo because she said it took her back to her high school days with her brother when she used to play Halo non-stop with him, competitively online and also campaign mode. So we've been kicking ass with Halo Master Chief Collection. Now, I did notice one thing about the Master Chief Collection, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, but when I play my physical version of the game, the disc, it doesn't happen. But when I play the digital version that's on Game Pass, the campaign mode kind of stutters and glitches out at times. But it's still fun to replay the entire Halo saga.
We're
still playing one.
I'm just thinking that the scary thought is when Halo Combat Evolved first originally released, my girlfriend was 1 year old.
Yeah. Well, Jessica's 3 years older than me, so nothing wrong with having a older chick. She's in the background, guys. You can hear her in the background. Yeah, she'd give her opinion on Halo. She and I was talking about Halo again recently because she misses playing Halo with me. We're trying to find more time to do it. But it's fun being able to push the left button, which would be the select button, the old school controllers. For those that know, it's the button with the boxes on the Xbox controller, and switch between old school graphics and modern graphics. So we've been playing that. But then I got Jessica interested in another game that she never played or watched anybody play. Final Fantasy VII, the remake.
Yeah.
I have a review. It's coming, you guys. Stay tuned to the site to see what I think of Final Fantasy VII compared to the older Final Fantasy VII. How much the story's changed. I'm not going to give any spoilers as much, but I will be touching on points of how it was then compared to now and where I think the series is going to go in the future. And honestly, they said that they're going to be coming out with another Final Fantasy VII remake, Part 2, within a year, because they said they want to have the whole entire saga done within 3 years. So we might not have to wait as long as we think we do for the entire game. But yeah, I've been playing that. And I just got, like I said, got Jessica into Destiny 2, so I started playing Destiny 2 as well. Got back into GTA Online because they just announced, I'm gonna spoil this for you guys. Grand Theft Auto 6 has been announced. No, not really. Sadly, no. We got another game coming out for PS5. It's Grand Theft Auto 5 coming out for PS5. Yeah, you heard it right, guys. You saw the Sony reveal. Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to be on the next gen because, hey, why not? It was on PS3, got ported to PS4, now it's on PS5. So I got back into there. They're giving us $1 million in cash in the online mode each month up until the game comes out next year for PS5. So with that, I'm going to earn myself some money and finally buy the things I want to actually enjoy the game in the online mode so that when I find the opportune times when there's actually people online, but not many people online, I can actually get in my safe vehicles and I can keep myself safe from idiots who like to blow up your cars just for fun. So, yes, I've been playing that. And then I went and I started playing more Animal Crossing again and Pokemon Sword and Shield. And then I started a older game because I found a collector's edition of an older game that I always wanted with the dragon plushie. I'm also in the process of reviewing Little Dragon's Cafe, and I'm trying to stream it for people who've never seen it because I believe that that's a little charmer. It's a sleep title from back in 2018, but it's still a fun game.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've heard of it.
It came out from a developer called Axis Games back in 2018 on PS4.
I'm sure I've heard of Axis.
I'm trying to remember any other games that they've came out with. Axis. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but they got a new game coming out later this year. Also, that's supposed to be like a sequel to this. Axis Games is famous for the Blaze Blue sagas.
I wouldn't have guessed
the Blaze
that.
Blue series. That's that fighting game.
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I didn't know who developed it.
Oh, they're also famous for that Zero Time Dilemma and Virtue's Last Reward Zero Escape trilogy. The 9 hours, 9 doors, 9 people.
Yeah, not my sort of stuff.
I beat that one game. I beat the first one, but it's confusing. But Little Dragon's Cafe is basically fun. You start out, you don't know your mother's a dragon. Your mother goes into a coma, and she's dying. And so you have to raise the cafe and raise the dragon in order to save your mother. But it's more than that. Like, you're actually literally making recipes, cooking, and it's a rhythmic style game. So if you like the rhythm style games, you got to push the buttons and do the rhythm games in order to cook properly and get better stars and better reviews on your recipes. And then you have to make sure that your people in your cafe is not slacking when you're out adventuring to get ingredients and things like that. But it's a fun sort of game.
So have you not really been playing much this week then? Is that it?
That's about it. I haven't really played much. I know I need to sit down and actually play more, but those games take a lot of hours, and I've just been focusing on those.
Yeah.
I did go back to try playing Rainbow Six, the original one, on PS1. And I played Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for the first time in forever last night. Imagine that, I found a full lobby of non-hackers.
Well, I mean, like, the Call of Duty stuff, I don't think I've played one since Modern Warfare. No, Call of Duty. It was the fourth one. Which one was that? Just Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and then it was Advanced Warfare.
I think it was the first one that I played. Never played it online, just played through the single player for a bit, and then I got bored and turned it off.
I've beaten every Call of Duty campaign that's ever come out. So, what games have you tried lately? Anything new?
Not a lot.
So you haven't really tried anything. I know you've been busy. We've been chatting up and back and forth via email, and you've been busy with work just like me. I did try the new Thronebreaker game. The Witcher game?
I know of The Witcher, but again, it's another series I've never really played.
Well, it's for fans who actually love the card game called Gwent that's inside of a... See, they released a standalone game a while ago called Gwent. And it was supposed to have a full-length card game that you could play with friends, just like the card game in the Witcher 3. But it was also supposed to have a story mode, adventure mode. Well, they decided, because they were porting it to phones and tablets, to cut down the adventure mode. And then they decided to cut the adventure mode completely out, so there's no story mode in the standalone Gwent, so I stopped playing it at that point. And I'm glad I did, because they also cut out some of the rules from the actual game that they developed themselves. So it's like, okay. So I've been playing Thronebreaker, which is basically a watered-down version of Gwent, and the story's pretty cool. Choose your own adventure. But that's about it. Those are my games.
Yeah, I mean, the only games that I've really played is... I sort of got the Xbox Game Pass thing sorted again, because I got a new Xbox. So I can...
Finally?
Yeah. So I can now play, my Xbox games again. And so was started playing Panzer Dragoon... Was it Orta? Something like that. So I started playing that, and it looks really good, but it still just doesn't feel like the original sort of games. So I thought, do you know what, I'll just download the first game on the Switch. So I went out and bought the Panzer Dragoon remake on the Switch, and it doesn't have this smooth movement of the old one, but it's still a good little game.
Is the story still the same, at least?
It's almost identical. They have updated bits and bobs of it, but
yeah, I didn't really like the movement of the 360, not the 360 of the one that's on the Game Pass. But I'm still trying to push myself through it when I do have time to play it.
Yeah.
Just because I never got to experience the originals, or the remake yet.
I mean, like I said, from what I've heard, which might be a load of bunkum, but they're doing a Panzer Dragoon sort of game that'll be... I think it's going to be on the PS4, and it's going to be like a remake of 1, 2, and 3 all together.
I heard they were remastering the trilogy.
Yeah.
I did hear that. They did say they wanted to do that, but I don't know when.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be for the PlayStation VR, so I think they've said it'll be a best of, just with certain levels and stuff. But yeah, so that is basically all I've been playing, is a couple of Panzer Dragoon games. So
I guess we can get right into the somewhat news that we already know about, but PS5 Reveal. And today I will be covering the EA Play event, because EA is having their Play event today, was revealing their new games going forward. And I know everybody knows that FIFA's going to be in there, and Madden's going to be in there, and this and that, but I want to see what new stuff that they're going to pull out of their thing. Like, I want to see if Anthem actually has any hope before I go and invest in the game.
Yeah.
So, as I said, PS5. Grand Theft Auto 5 was the first game they revealed. Grand Theft Auto 5, thoughts on it coming to PS5? Remapped, it said.
I don't know, man. I think since they've released it on PC, they can just do the slight updates and make it look nice. They don't have to redo the whole thing, remake a full game.
At first, I thought it was a joke. I thought they were teasing us, and I thought, ooh, Grand Theft Auto 6, Grand Theft Auto 6. Oh, nope, no Grand Theft Auto 6. But something tells me they're going to have DLC only available for Grand Theft Auto Online, only available on PS5 compared to, just like they did with PS3 and PS4. When they had both versions running, and still running on PS3 for people who have it, but when they had both versions running on PS3 and PS4, it's like, hey, guys, guess what? Look at this. This is something DLC that you can't have on PS3 unless you get the PS4 copy.
Yeah, and that kind of annoys me quite a lot.
It does. And then we had another teaser that I thought was for real, which was the Spider-Man game. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, Spider-Man 2. And that's what everybody thought. Spider-Man 2. This is the new Spider-Man game. And at first it annoyed me because of the fact that I thought they were only doing this to please the social justice warriors that's going on out there with all the Black Lives Matter protests and everything all around the world. I thought they were doing that just because of that. And I thought that this is what they were doing. But then they finally spoke up and said their intentions was never to be about that, but it does go along with that. They said that this is just a standalone game. Peter Parker will return in the next game after this, possibly. But for now, we have Miles Morales coming out, and it's going to be a PS5 exclusive, as last Sony Spider-Man game was, which is great because then, it might continue the storyline from that movie that came out, Into the Spider-Verse, which I still haven't seen, but I'm going to be checking it out soon because, hey, I want to learn about all this stuff. I want to learn about all this culture going on. I want to know what's going on with the changes.
Yeah, from what they showed, I was quite sort of surprised that it wasn't more that they were going to show. It only seemed like a quick little video that they showed, not an actual game.
What it's saying here is that it's an enhanced and expanded version of the 2018 Spider-Man game. So basically, it's a full-blown DLC that they didn't want to release as DLC and instead wanted to make it its own game.
Yeah, basically.
Which is great because, still set in the same universe, and Miles did meet Peter Parker in there. And I don't know much about the Miles character because I've kind of grown tired of some of the changes that they're making with older characters of why, if they die, just kill them off. Don't have to change them to please the masses.
I know.
And then, of course, we got one that I know I wrote the article for people that want to see my thoughts on our site, but over at OUG official site. But I put in there a little quip towards Zio. I put in there that, hey, David's going to love this. Gran Turismo 7.
Gran Turismo 7. I don't know why, but I was expecting more. It doesn't look any different from Gran Turismo Sport. It doesn't look like Forza 7 or Forza Horizon 4.
That's my laugh. Because here's the thing. I'm sitting there. I'm sure you saw it. You were probably watching it too. Did you see what the Japanese developer said? We wanted to make a more robust campaign mode than we've ever done before. And then I'm waiting for it, and you see the guy walking into the spotlight, into the track from the tunnels. But then it automatically cuts over to the city view, and that one lady who speaks English is explaining the city view of, now this is your neighborhood. It's called My Neighborhood. And she starts explaining the career mode. I'm like, that's the career mode?
Yeah.
Ouch.
It kind of reminded me from the old, the old ones, 1 and 2 sort of time.
Yeah, it's like they're returning to roots, but do we really need them to return to roots? We need something, I was thinking more like, choose your own pathway. You choose your thing, try to get into different car manufacturers to support you and get their cars, unlock their cars, steal other people's cars, kind of revamp it a little bit than just the same old everything. That's why I haven't played Gran Turismo in forever, because it got tiring after a while. Yeah, the graphics updated. Yeah, they updated with new cars and new tracks and things, but other than that, it just felt more of like an add-on to the last year's game. Kind of like they do with the sports games.
Yeah. But I don't know about you. I don't know why. It's like the Xbox Series X reveal from last month or the month, whenever it was. A lot of their games looked like a lot of these games, but for some reason, a lot of the press are saying the PlayStation 5 games look so much better.
Yeah, but it makes me wonder if the press, unlike us, which is independent press, makes me wonder how much of that big media press is getting paid big media money to say, oh, Sony's better than Xbox. I like Sony. I like Xbox. And Jessica and I are pretty much going to possibly work at getting a PS5 because of one game that they revealed that's not on Xbox. But so far there's no PC version of the game revealed. But they did say there's going to be a possible PS4 version. It's called Kena, Bridge of Spirits. It was in the PS5 reveal. It was not revealed in the Xbox reveal. But it's an independent developer, two-man team. I think they're brothers, And they're developing a game where it's a spiritual game where you're a quest in this new world and you have to tame these little creatures to do puzzles, and there's fighting and hack and slash and there's fantasy elements to it. And it looks like a really good game, but again, it's still the early stages of the game and there's no release date in sight yet. So other than that, again, graphics-wise, the only game that I saw that graphics jumped out at is the big reveal that I'll reveal here at the end. But Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Thoughts?
The thing is, the Ratchet and Clank games have always looked good, but I just didn't like the way they play.
I still haven't played any of them yet. I have the collection on PS3, the Ratchet and Clank collection, with... What games are on here? Ratchet and Clank 1, Ratchet and Clank 2, which is Going Commando, and then Up Your Arsenal. I have those, and I still also have the Sly Cooper and Jack and Dexter series, where I didn't see a Jack and Dexter reveal of anything. Where's that?
Yeah, well, I never guessed that the Ratchet and Clank, at least they've got the original developers doing it.
True. Naughty Dog's doing their own thing.
So, I mean, I don't even know what Naughty Dog will be doing, because... Oh, then again, they're doing The Last of Us, aren't they, Part 2? That's what they're doing.
Yeah, once that's done, it's going to be completely different, going forward, because they said they don't have any Uncharted games in the makings going forward, so we don't have any of that to look forward to. But it looks fun, but I'm not really a fan. I just own the collection just because I always wanted to experience the originals. There was a big, exceedingly shocking reveal from Square Enix. They got a game called Project Athea coming out. Werewolf creatures, flying sections. I don't know what else to say about it because they didn't show us much. They just showed us... I thought it was a new Magic the Gathering game that they keep teasing us about called Magic Legends that is supposed to be coming out to MMO. Then I saw it was Square Enix. I'm like, oh, nope, that's not what it is. Unless Square Enix is publishing it. But it looks fun. I'll wait to say more as it comes available. But there was one game, actually two games that weirded me out. Two games. The first one that weirded me out when it was revealed was the Ghostwire Tokyo game. All I can think is, what the hell? I mean, I thought it was going to be a paranormal game. Yes, it is kind of paranormally, where you're hunting ghosts and spirits and things. But what the heck was with the gameplay? It made me look like I was playing Control all over again.
I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest, there was only 2 or 3 games that stood out to me with this PlayStation 5 reveal. And the only one that stuck out to me was because it was a weird trailer, but it didn't really show any gameplay, was Stray.
That's the next one I was going to talk about. It was weird, but you get to play as a cat. And since my best friend Nikki loves cats, I showed her the trailer, and I'm like, the weird part is there's no humans. It's a robot-controlled society. So what's going on here? Yes, you get to play as a cat, but does it Assassin's Creed style kitty where you jump off the building and assassinate robots, or is it running from household to household? Is it going to be kind of like Untitled Goose Game where you're doing crazy antics but as a cat? I don't know. It looks weird.
Yeah, I thought it looked interesting. I'd like to see where they go with it. Either if it's like a side-scrolling, like Limbo sort of game, or whether it's going to be like a full 3D sort of game.
Any thoughts on that Returnal that they didn't show any gameplay of? They did show gameplay, but very little. Where you're playing as a space chick and it's continually changing every time you go to bed and wake up, every time she goes to sleep and wakes up, and every time she dies, the world changes.
It's the thing is, I loved Housemarque, the simple pick-up arcade shooters, and I think that this might be one of these developers where they try and go for more, and it just doesn't work. So I just don't like the concept of... There's been loads of games recently where the game's set in, say, like half an hour, and no matter what happens after that half an hour, it resets, but you keep all your information and your of the story and everything, and you try and keep doing it and keep doing it. To me, that's just lazy.
Yeah, well, look at the game called Deathloop they showed. It looked like an Overwatch clone to me. Basically, you're an assassin, and you're fighting against an assassin, and you continually kill each other and die and reborn and continue and die and reborn, and the cycle continues over and over again. And I'm like, nah, not my kind of game. Neither is that game that they showed called Bug Snacks. I never cared for the game called Octodad. And Bug Snacks, you eat a bug which is shaped like a food, or our foods have become bugs. You eat a bug, your body part changes into that. But you also have evil little minions running around causing chaos, and you have to change your body parts and morph your character into different things in order to do different puzzles. Yeah, not my thing. And when we got to that, as soon as we got to that in that Deathloop, I kind of fast-forwarded the PS5 reveal a little bit because I got caught it late and almost skipped over one good reveal. The one thing that I am looking forward to is Resident Evil 8.
Well, like I said, before we go through that, I'll just go through some of the other games that were shown. So there was a new Sackboy game.
Looks fun.
Which is just like a... I think they're using the exact same engine that Moss used, that little tiny robot 3D platformer uses, Astrobot. But I just don't like the character Sackboy. I didn't like the Little Big Planet physics. It just did not work as a platform game. And one of the best games I saw, or I thought, was just Destruction All-Stars, which looked amazing to me.
It looked, for you, yes. For me, I just thought it was too zany of a concept, and I'm like, I'll just wait till it goes on sale, because you got on-foot characters running around against vehicles, trying to destroy the vehicles, where the vehicles are trying to destroy each other and destroy the humans, and you got weapons, and you got mass destruction all over the place in a giant arena. I'm like, yeah, it could be fun, but I don't really like the concept of what the characters look like.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like the character designs, but one of my favourite ever series for the original PlayStation was Destruction Derby 2. So, if this is using the real physics and car damage of that, plus with the added on-foot sections to try and... So, you might be able to be in your car, and then if your car gets destroyed, jump out, and you're still running around shooting people. So that could be quite fun.
Yeah, there's still not much information on it right now.
But then
don't know, they just said it's like Rocket League.
Yeah, I mean, I like Rocket League. But then there's another couple of games which I have no idea about. And then the next one that stood out was the Oddworld Soulstorm, which just looks like the... Because they just did the Oddworld... Was it Big and Tasty, the remake?
Yeah.
So they just did that one, and I'd have guessed this uses a modified engine of that, because it looked very similar. Very similar indeed. But then, like I said, there's the Godfall, which I think still looks rubbish.
That's the game that everybody's hotly anticipating for the PS5 for this this holiday season, according to what people are saying on the internet.
Oh, not me.
Yeah, I already said in the review for the PS5 when I posted my article. I'm like, ick. Might be fun, but ick.
Yeah. But then there's like another game I don't have a clue about, Solar Ash. No idea.
And then the little devil inside was kind of messed up as well.
Hitman 3. I mean, I like the Hitman games, but it didn't stand out.
There's also Jet the Far Shore, and another game that we just might as well briefly mention because I don't think you like it. I didn't like it. Goodbye Volcano High. I say goodbye to that game.
I couldn't even tell you what it was.
It's the game with the dinosaurs. The ones that they showed that looked like an 80s style anime where they're all in high school and it's like an alternate dimension and they're all about to graduate high school, and it's that little trailer that was towards the end.
Yeah. So anyway, back to Resident Evil Village.
The shocking ending.
Hmm.
The shocking ending. There are werewolves.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a brand new game. It says his story has come to an end. And it's in Village. And I'm like, Village? What? And then that's when I fast forward. I'm like, nah, I shouldn't have fast forwarded. And I went back and I'm like, after I heard it was Resident Evil, I'm like, Resident Evil? Wait. So I go back and I watch the trailer again. And I see it at the end. I'm like, oh my God. Chris Redfield. Wow. The end of Chris Redfield's story, possibly, or it's the end of Ethan's story. Turns out they said the main character you're playing as is going to be Ethan, which is the same dude from Resident Evil 7, which is good because I hated when 6 automatically switched to 7, and they jumped and they introduced a brand new character nobody even heard anything about and nobody knew anything about. It would suck for them to just drop him for the next game. So I'm glad they are continuing. And if this is the end of Ethan, great. If this is the end of Chris Redfield, great. We need some new fresh blood to the series. But now we're adding werewolves and vampires and
But like
castles.
I say, this game started off as like, do you know, like the Resident Evil... What were the ones that came out on the 3DS?
The Revelations?
Yes. This started off as like a little side project in the Revelations series. And then they decided to make it the full-blown Resident Evil 8 after it had positive internal testing.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because Revelations was a fun series.
Mm.
I missed the co-op gameplay, though, of Resident Evil, so I'm going to be disappointed. I know I'm going to be disappointed that there's not going to be multiplayer in Resident Evil 8. The good news is I don't have to worry about having a PS5. It also is coming out on PC and Xbox One.
Yeah.
And Xbox Series X. And they said, well, there might not come out on Xbox One after all. I was just looking at the article the other day. But there's a chance it could be. But it'll definitely be on PC. So if it's on PC, you can bet your bottom dollar I'll be able to play it without having to have the new system. But the biggest game that shocked me at the end, that really showed the graphics of the PS5, Horizon something West.
Forbidden West.
That's it, Forbidden West. Takes place in San Francisco and out west of the United States, and it looks amazing. I never really got too into the first game because I get sidetracked with other games. But, man, the graphics in that looked amazing.
I mean, I liked the first game, but I didn't play that much of it. So
I played maybe 3 hours of it, and that's about it.
Well, it's about 2.5 more than me.
So it's like that's about as far as I got. And then I deleted my save file, got deleted, and I had to start over again. So when I started over again, I get about an hour in, and it's like, yep, sidetracked.
Yeah, so...
But that's the PS5 reveal.
Yeah, so they
And the
also
system.
announced what the actual system looks like. What do you reckon?
I like it. It's futuristic. Yes, okay, they've been saying this for years. The PS1 came out. They said it looked like a toy. The PS2 came out. They said it looked like a VCR. Comments on the internet said it looked like a VCR. They always have bad intentions when they say these things. They always make fun of PlayStation with this thing. Everybody's saying it looks like a Wi-Fi router. Yes, it looks like a Wi-Fi router, but it looks like a cool Wi-Fi router.
I mean,
I do like the thing that they're doing with the controllers, too.
my only problem is that if you're going to have that thing set next to your TV for the next 7 years, I would much rather have a simple, elegant-looking box rather than something that looks crazy and weird.
I'm different. I always go for the collector's editions of the systems. So when it comes to this PS5, I might not get the initial release. I might wait until a collector's edition comes out, because when a collector's edition comes out later on of a specific game, the colors are going to be different. The design might be different too. And they did say, there was rumors that they were going to be revealing a PS5 and a PS5 Pro. We did not see the PS5 Pro. We saw the PS5 and the PS5 Digital.
Yeah, I don't think the PS5 Pro will come out until another 2 or 3 years afterwards.
That's what I'm thinking too, because 8K is going to take a while to take off. And
the thing is, even with the 60-inch TV, the human eye can't tell the difference between 4K and 8K.
No, you can't. And we talked about this before. The thing that when I was doing my research after that, the only thing you can see is like minor shadows or brighter light. That's about it. What we see as brighter light, you can get that with a PC and whatever, with the newer graphics cards and everything. But when it comes to, they say it's 8K, that's cool. But basically all it is just brighter color and brighter light. It's not much difference. But
yeah, it's... So what did you think overall with the PlayStation 5 reveal?
I like the controller design. The new triggers for racing games, you can push them down to accelerate faster, or for shooting, you don't have to push them down as hard. I like that about them, and I like the new rumble vibration feature that they're introducing that's going to be different. But other than that...
Do you mean the rumble vibration that the Xbox One's had for the last 7 years?
Yeah, but they said they're tweaking it and improving it.
Yeah, they always say that.
I'm waiting to see. I told Jess, I said I'm probably going to pre-order one just in case it turns out to be good. But then if not, I'll probably just end up selling it. If they sell out in stores, I'll just like, hey, well, I got one. Here, just give me $200 extra for it and make a little tiny side profit that way. Or just give it away in my business, do a giveaway for one lucky client of mine. But other than that, it was impressive, but it wasn't what I was expecting.
I think for me, I've always grown up with console reveals and brand new games being shown. With the start of the 360 sort of generation to going into like the PS4, it was all sequels. And it looks as though this is similar again. It looks like a lot of sequels have been carried over.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
a
why I
little
said
bit
I wasn't
annoying.
impressed.
Yeah.
It kind of wore me, because back in the day when I was like 17, 18, around high school, it was still around high school when E3 was popular as it was back then compared to what it is now. And E3 actually had the event where we could go and actually play games, and they had the little kiosks that they had set up and all that back in the day. E3 was cool, but then over time, E3 just became, hey, cool, trailer. Oh, it's announced of a title. Oh, you get to see a little bit of the story. Okay, cool. It's because I became expected of it. The only thing that, like I said, that stood out to me was Kena, Bridge of Spirits. It's new. It's the first time I've actually cared about an independent title that actually popped up. It's like, oh, they're showcasing an indie developer, and it's a unique... This is unique. I like this idea. Okay, tell me more. And then you can't find any more information when you go Google. Yeah. I do know that the Nintendo just had a Pokemon Direct the other day. I want to touch on that really quick. Did you hear about, I know you're not a Pokemon fan, but did you hear about the new Pokemon game that has been launched called Pokemon Smile? No. It's a cute little game you take your kids to the bathroom with. You put your phone in front of the sink, and they brush their teeth in front of a camera. And as they brush their teeth, they get a chance to catch Pokemon if they brush their teeth long enough by following the prompts on the screen of how to brush their teeth.
No, I've not heard of that.
They just announced that. They also just announced another new game coming to Switch and phones called Pokemon Cafe, where you take care of a cafeteria and It's a little puzzle game. It's a new spin on a puzzle game because you can actually spin the things to match the puzzles instead of lining them up and popping bubbles like most puzzle games. So that's also coming out. And then they announced a remake of, well, I shouldn't say remake, it's called the new Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap has come back, and it's going to be on Switch.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, I didn't see it, but...
There's a big reveal coming next week, too. There's been a lot of rumors that it's going to be Let's Go Johto series of Let's Go Meryl, Let's Go Togepi, Let's Go Meryl, Let's Go Pichu, or whatever they're going to title it as. I'm hoping that's the case. A lot of people will hate me for this, but I like the Let's Go games. It gave my son, my 9-year-old son, who is autistic, a chance to sit there and watch me play and actually take the Pokeball himself and play, because for somebody who has a special needs child like myself, it's hard to be able to just sit there and want to play video games with your child. But you can't, because he doesn't understand the concepts, or he wants to break the controller, or he wants to just chew on the controller, things that they do normally. And it's like, so Pokemon Let's Go was a game that got my son engaged with the television game, where he could actually take the Pokeball. You put it on his little wrist, and he throws it to catch the Pokemon with you. And I'm hoping that's what it is. I'm hoping that's what the reveal is. I'm hoping it is not what I think it is, which is that Pokemon Sleep app that they were supposed to be revealing. But they said something big. So I'm hoping that's what it is. Let's hope and pray it's a Let's Go game, because we need one. Could also be a Diamond and Pearl remake.
Yeah. I'm just looking on our website, and someone has used one of the Amazon links on the site, and they've ordered themselves a neck shoulder massager, and it's made the website £1.75.
Well, we have a congratulations there. Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you for ordering.
Whoever you are, thank you.
So I think the PlayStation 5 reveal seemed a lot more professional than what the Xbox One was. But I do think the Xbox, their next one will be their big one to show their big games.
Yeah, that's what they said they were going to do. This next one coming up in is it June or July?
July.
I'm going to have to... Yeah, the only thing that they really showed, too, is that the Xbox Series X is going to have no UI overhaul. It's going to be the same as it's always been.
They've shown leaked videos of what the Xbox One's new UI will look like, and then the Series X will carry on with what that one is.
Yeah.
So they are updating it and refreshing it a little bit.
Yeah. The only thing, too, is that the good news, we got to wait till July again, because Halo Infinite's going to be revealed in its full entirety.
But yeah, so I think we'll end it there, and we'll say thank you for watching, listening, whatever it is. Please visit our website at oneupgaming.co.uk. If you want to buy any official merchandise, I think it's cups and some t-shirts, that's at bluecyborg.com. Just search One Up Gaming. We have a Patreon site, so if you want to give us a little bit of money, it's patreon.com/OUG. We have our album out called Games Inspired Music. If you buy that, it's only about £5-6. 20% of each sale will go to Child's Play charity. We have our first 100 podcasts available to buy at audiobooksontape.com, and that one is £9, and you get £1 of that goes to the Diabetes UK charity. Again, please use the Amazon links on the website. Costs you nothing, but we get a little bit of money for advertising the Amazon banners and stuff. We're on Facebook. If you want to talk to us there, just search One Up Gaming. We're on YouTube, One Up Gaming again. We're on Twitch, which we need to get something sorted for the Twitch channel. But anyway, twitch.tv/OUGofficial. If you want to message us on Twitter, it's at OUGofficial. And yeah, please subscribe and give 5 stars feedback on the web for this actual podcast. And I believe.
And if you want to, just toss me the info, and I can start streaming Final Fantasy VII and Little Dragon Cafe on Twitch for us.
Yeah, I'll get that sorted. So I think that is it for episode 246.
Yep, we're 4 away from the big event.
Yeah, I've got to get things sorted for that. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. It's been me, David, and Brian, and we'll say goodbye and see you soon.
See you soon, guys.
Do you have trouble sleeping? Tossing and turning all night? Nothing you do seems to help. You're not getting your recommended 6 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Well, now there's a solution. Now there's Fat Cat Fly. With Fat Cat Fly, you'll easily get the sleep that you deserve. Download for free on the iOS App Store, and you're guaranteed to get a good night's sleep with very few side effects, as you help a fluffy kitty eat all the junk food that he wants. Side effects may include sleeplessness and desire for cheeseburgers if erection lasts more than 5 hours. See a physician. Try Fat Cat Fly today. Visit facebook.com/fatcatfly because you deserve a better life. Hi, Justin the Voice here. First of all, we'd like to thank you for listening. Seriously. We really like it when you listen. Yes. But if you'd like to do more than just listen, if you'd like to help us out, well, we have an idea just for you. Visit our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/OUG. Your monthly micropayment will help us keep going all night long, baby. Oh yeah. Mostly because we usually record at night. Yeah. But don't worry, baby. We got something for you, too. We've got special benefits for all of our Patreon subscribers. Yeah. Again, that's www.patreon.com/OUG.
Go baby, go baby, go baby, go baby. I love you, said I love you. Never put nothing above you. Won't let go once I can hug you on the floor. They hate because you let them know that you the ish. Now they hating not because you at the club and proving it. And so they choosing it too late cause now they using it. Can't wait from how you doing it. I know that they pursuing it. You will kindly tell them now my baby's here to watch me go. And for him I put on a show. You just blessed to be here so. My baby goes on. Her body rolls on. I tell her hold on. Making love with clothes on. Been on it so long. I think we gotta go. Get my grown man on. You know that I love you so. Just go, baby, go now. Go now. Baby, go now. Go now. Baby, go now. Baby, go now. Just go, baby, go now. Go now. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. 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 Say I love when you go for me.
I tell my baby go, but she's not even going though. It's the trust I have in her. Careless what do say to her. Yeah, I'm feeling kinda slick. I'm loving how I swim in it. No, I'm not taming her. The only one engraving it. Sign it still right from her lips. You need to know that she's my miss. Treat her like a treasure though. I never wanna let her go. I keep her right in front of me. My heart she will forever be. I do this so she'll never see. Life with me no misery. You deserve the world, my queen. Yeah, I'm back down on one knee. A boy to a man that you have seen. No matter who's wrong, it's you and me. I'm coming for you, baby, so we can stay happy. I'm trying to work so hard for you and me. Go, baby, go now.
Go baby, go.
Baby, go.
Go baby, go baby, go baby, go.
Baby, go.
Ha.
Go, baby, go.
Go baby, go.
Baby, go now.
Just go, baby, go now.
I love when you go for me.
Go for me.
I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. 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 Say I love when you go for me.
My baby's so bad, she can get it so glad that she loves me, know that. I'm a hubby so sad, you looking so mad, oh you didn't know that. Next time you should check the ring, I know that one's a throwback. I know you see her flashing it, especially when she gets it low. I'm rubbing on and grabbing it, I tell my girl go ahead and go.
Baby, go now.
me. Say I love when you go for me. You go for me. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. Yo, go baby, go. Just
L G E.
Yeah, LGE. Sign in contact. Get it.
We got it. We got it. We got it.